People come,
People come,
people go.
people go.
Come,
Go,
go, up and down the river sailing on, stopping all along.
The river may be dirty now, but it's getting cleaner every day.
I'd like to introduce you. Some of you may not know because you're just a little bit young. But there's a gentleman here with us today. His name is Pete Seeger, that's right. And Pete Seeger is not only a storyteller, he's a folk singer, he's an environmentalist. He's someone who strongly believes that all people of all nations can come together and work together, especially when it comes to our waters, that we can have clean waters to swim in, to fish from, and to use boats with. And he's here today, and he's being accompanied by Paul Suchow, and they're going to do This Land Is Your Land for us. And Karen Wilson. And Johnny Richardson. And Jack Landrone.
Actually, all of you are going to sing. At age 82, I have hardly any voice left, but I can give you the words. And you know the tune, I think. You remember the tune? This land was big. I roamed and I rambled. I roamed and I rambled. Followed my footsteps. Followed my sparkling sand. Were diamond deserts all around me. A voice was sounding. Sing it now. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I went that ribbon. I saw above me endless skyway. I saw below me Golden Valley. This land was made. Everybody, you back there too. This land is Now, there were some verses that did not get in the school songbooks. I knew the man who wrote this song, you know. He wrote it in the month of February 1940, long ago. He was hitchhiking from California to New York. Can you imagine it? In the February wind with his hand stuck up like this, and the car's going zzz, 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 zzz. And once in a while a car would stop for him. And he was thinking of these verses on the way. And when he got to New York, he wrote them down on a piece of paper. And I got a copy of that piece of paper, so I know this is what he wrote. In the squares of the city, by the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office, I saw my people as they stood there hungry. I stood there whistling. What did he whistle? Sing it. This land was made. Everybody, everybody. This land is yours. Was a great high wall there, was a great high wall, tried to stop me, great big sign there, said private property, but on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. That side was made for you. Sing it out!
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. I said, down by the river, way down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield. Well, by the riverside, we'll study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war. I'm gonna try on my long white robe. I'm gonna try on my long white robe. Where? Down by the riverside. I said down. Oh, way down. I'm gonna try on my long white robe. Where? Down by the riverside. Down by the river. And I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study. One last time we're gonna. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield. Where? Down by the river. I said down. Down by the river. Oh, way down. Down by the river. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield. Tell me where? Down by the river. Down by the river. And I ain't gonna study war no more. Let me hear you say, ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study. Study. I ain't gonna study war no more. Thank you. You are beautiful.
Yay! So cool.
Over there in this direction, you see the big model of a sailing ship. 32 years ago, some people raised the money to build this big sailboat. It can take 50 kids out at one time. And they usually go out for 3 or 4 hours at a time. And they learn what makes water dirty and what's got to be done to make it clean again.
Pete was one of the original people who thought of the idea of doing such a thing, because everybody complained about the pollution in the Hudson River, and they said, well, nobody's doing anything about it. So they raised some money, and they got together, and I, as part of it, I built the model. They're against the pollution of the PCBs done by General Electric. They join in, and they help raise money to have money to fight the whole thing, to get the Hudson River dredged finally and get the PCBs out.
And do you know, parts of the river are now clean enough to swim in. If you go from the town of Yonkers north, it's safe to swim in the Hudson now.
This is a new type of pool design where a netting is submerged in the water and the river flows through it. Pete Seeger was really quite visionary in being the first one to commission this particular facility. And this is only the beginning. This particular one in Beacon, New York is a prototype. It's the first one. And we look forward to developing many more that are larger in potentially many other cities around the country.
And if we keep pushing, it's going to be safe to swim in right here in this East River, right here. Now, somewhere around here was a big piece of cardboard I started going around where people could sign their names. If you put your name on that piece of paper, maybe next year when we have another get-together here, the Clearwater will be out here too. Okay? And you might be interested in some smaller boats. Up in the Bronx, a group of mostly Latino kids have built a great rowboat. If that is Adam Green here, tell them a little bit about that boat over there and how long did it take you to build it?
Thanks, Pete. Hey, everyone. Well, there's a boat behind you, which once this is done, you can all get up and check out and really look at. But we built it up in the Bronx. A bunch of high school students, about 16 students, built it over about 4 months, over the winter, the fall and the winter, and we launched it about 2 months ago in the Bronx. And it floats, and it's floated these kids into new worlds that they never knew they could get out to. And so here in Long Island City, they're trying to do the same thing, and I think that's what Pete's talking about. But if you want to see an example of it, you can check it out when we're done with the concert right over there. So thanks for coming today.
And I was just told that another boat, a little bit like that, but a little longer, has been brought over, and it's in the water here. So after you get through here looking around, you can see the boat. They have an organization they call Floating the Apple, and about 20 different groups of kids have built these boats in Manhattan, and I don't know where else.
Sometimes we like to take children out in the boat for rides. Today we couldn't do it, but this boat was built by high school students, and it's 25 feet long, and we just love it. It's named after a 14-year-old boy in 1824 who steered the boat that won a race called the American Star Race. And so this boat is named after John Magnus. And we're so happy to be with the Clearwater and with Queens and all the people over here that might have their own boats.
Let's see how you can do on this song. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Y antes de morir me quiero echar mis versos del alma. You know it? Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Mi verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es un ciervo herido que busco el monte abajo. Sí, Guantanamera. La rosa blanca en julio como en enero. Cultivo la rosa blanca en julio como en enero. Para el amigo sincero que venga su mano. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Paro cruel que me arranca el corazón con que vivo. Paro cruel que me arranca el corazón con que vivo. Cardonillo ortigo, cultivo la rosa blanca. Guantanamera, 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 Bahira Guantanamera. You know, these words were written a long time ago, 1891, 110 years ago. They were written by a man named Jose Marti, a great writer. But he was feeling sick with indecision because he says, I want Cuba to be free from Spain, but I don't want to hurt Spain. And if we do get Cuba free, how do we keep it out of that great claws of the great eagle to the north? He went up to the Catskill Mountains and wrote these words. And guess where I learned this song? 40 years ago, in the Catskill Mountains, and I was singing at a children's camp, and their counselor taught them this song, and I learned it from them. Con los pobres de la tierra, quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra, quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra me conoce más que el mar. Everybody! Guantanamera, Bahira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Bahira Guantanamera. Now, before you go, you're going to listen to a man who is older even than me. Johnny Richardson, come over here. Johnny lives in Queens, in Forest Hills. And I asked him to come from his home in Forest Hills and sing some songs to us. I don't know what he's going to sing. Johnny, you take over. Whatever you want to do.
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to sing the most simplest song in the world so that I could hear everybody's voice. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world. He's got my sisters and my brothers in his hand. He's got my sisters and my brothers in his hand. He's got my sisters and my brothers in his hand. He's got the whole world. Yes, he's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got all of the children in his hand. He's got all of the children in his hand. He's got all of the children in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. Oh yes, he's got everybody here in his hand. He's got everybody here in his hand. He's got everybody here in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. Oh yes, he's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand.
Thank you, Johnny Richardson.
Stick around.
We're going to close off the music because we want to leave you time to look at the boat. And the boats, another boat in the water over there, and the other boat on wheels at the moment because it's not in the water. And we'll sing a song which was made up by one of the volunteer crew members. You know, to sail this boat, it takes a whole batch of people to pull on the ropes. And one of the volunteers might be you one of these days. You have to repeat, sailing up,
Sailing up.
sailing down.
Sailing down.
Reverse it. I say up, you say
Down.
I say down, you say
Up.
sailing up,
Sailing up.
sailing down.
Sailing down.
Up,
Down.
down, up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping on the river may be dirty now, but singing here, singing there, here, there, up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping all along the way. The river may be dirty now, but she's getting cleaner every day. Play that guitar. People come,
People go.
people go.
People go.
Come,
Go.
go,
Go.
up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping all along the river may be dirty now, but she's getting cleaner every day. Some are young,
Some are young.
some are old.
Some are old.
Oh,
Young.
young,
Old.
up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping all along the way. The river may be dirty now, but she's getting cleaner every day. Catching fish,
Catching fish.
catching hell,
Catching hell.
hell,
Hell.
fish,
Hell.
up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping all along the way. The river may be dirty now, but she's getting cleaner every day.
Getting cleaner every day.
Player.
Not me. Go ahead.
One more time. Sailing up,
Sailing up.
sailing down,
Sailing down.
up,
Down.
down, up and down the river, sailing on. Stopping all along the way. The river may be dirty now, but she's getting cleaner every day. Oh, what? Sing that last line again.
The river may be dirty now, but it's getting cleaner every day.
Long time ago, where we're standing was farms and gardens. Someday, this city is going to have a lot more gardens in it. There's going to be gardens everywhere. Someday, the air is going to be safe to breathe. Because you know, right now, a lot of people get sick from the New York air. Someday, these waters are going to be so clean you wouldn't believe. And once again, it'll be safe to eat the fish. Right now, it's not too safe to eat all the fish. Where have all the flowers gone? You have to sing it. Where have all the flowers gone? A long time ago. I want to hear it. Come closer. Where have all the flowers? Girls have picked them. Girls have picked them.
Everyone.
When will we?
When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn?
Where have all the young girls gone?
Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone?
Taken husbands.
Taken husbands.